A bottle store. They're trying to break into a bottle store here. The police are going to try and make sure that the situation...
It seems to be a garage or something of the kind, and they're grabbing whatever they can get. They appear to have forced it open. Okay, the police are moving in.
Regardless of age, the law must be learned sooner, better sooner than later. Regardless of age, the law must be learned.
Guys, from now on, South Africa yonke, for as long as every Thursday is a match.
People, these young people, some of them are not even employed.
Yeah, for sure.
So where's the money coming from? Yeah. They're traveling all over South Africa. Come on, don't be stupid. Are you with me? Who is funding them? Follow the money.
So yesterday and today, South Africans have been looting people's shops. They have been looting people's shops, and I don't know how they have all the security. The government is spending so much money, but yet still they are looting people's shops. It's just crazy. These are some of the things that they were basically warned against, and the government also said they are going to protect, and it is happening. It is just sad. Now JACINTA says they are going to be doing this march and match thing every Thursday. It is crazy. So meaning, Charlie, if you're a foreigner and you are in South Africa, you should be very careful. They are not going to stop. It is not just a one-day thing. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Let's go into the video, watch, come back and talk.
We're still coming to live from Perea. As you can see, I think a bottle store. They're trying to break into a bottle store here. The police are going to try and make sure that the situation doesn't get out of hand. But as you can see, this was the damage that was being done to this bottle store. Very big police presence. And yeah, it looks like it might get out of hand. It might get dangerous, but we're going to continue to give you the latest. We're going to continue to follow this march to give you the latest that comes out of it. Increasingly becoming volatile, as I mentioned, as the numbers continue to soil and become bigger and bigger. There's no destination, that I can tell you. We don't know where it started. We don't know where it's going to end. But what I can tell you is it's getting bigger, and it looks like the crowd is increasingly becoming agitated. Follow us for some more updates, and like and share
Video and see how South Africans loot Ethiopians and Somalians shop. Oh, what is this? What is this? South Africa, South Africa.
And the time now is 6:30. Shop completely destroyed. Shop in the hostel, Dube Hostel, entrance of Dube Hostel. Drone visuals available. Everything completely destroyed. No police inside yet, but I understand the police did respond to this particular address. So as we were called, we came and responded. Here are the visuals, and more visuals will follow, and we'll communicate with Miraland's police station. And this is, as you see, the drone is in the air. There, yeah. Right there. So we do have proper visuals for more suspects. But the truth of the matter is that these are the repercussions of real irresponsible behavior from many. And all the problems we're having and facing are coming right close proximity to the hostels. But we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it, and we'll do our best, and we'll see it through. Right, Tantalax, Soweto. Yeah, just trying to catch the drone. That's the drone right there. as we move. The drone is always with us. Hey, morning. Yeah, as expected, we've got Netherlands police rushing in. As you can see, they're all rushing in and responding in immaculate time. As always, the drone is still in the sky. And thank you very much again for that great response from SAPS. I also just learned that this happened during the time that there was a parade, so shifts were changing. And still with that, we're able to respond this quick. Super amazing. So we're saving what's left of the stock and taking it to the police station, just to make sure that at least what's left of it is safe, and we don't find the rolling out of this habit of looting. Okay. Oh, now you're still looking. Oh, where Nana? Oh, where Nana? The Pamati. No, we must keep arresting them. Yeah. Regardless of age, the law must be learned better sooner than later. Regardless of age, the law must be learned. Whether you are 13 years old, 18 years old, 35 years old, or 70 years old, when you commit crimes, we're going to arrest you, full stop. This country is not a lawless country. We're not going to play games. What time is this start?
When was this happen? When did this
Now what was happening when we pulled up here? They ran out of it. Right?
Let's watch this video to see the kind of videos that South Africans want me to be posting.
People are vandalizing, looting actually. What we see is people looting a shop that's been left open. It seems to be a garage or something of the kind, and they're grabbing whatever they can get. They appear to have forced it open. Okay, the police are moving in. Here's the police moving in. All right, he's... Okay, so that's the police quickly breaking up what appears to be a few people who are looting. This appears to be paints, I believe.
Sisi, bangas magapha ya. That side.
one out. You must take that. You must take that out. Oh, kata la camera.
Things took a dark turn when protesters in Germiston on the East Rand took the law into their own hands. They forced their way onto private properties and started evicting people, handing them over to police, even those with documents to be in the country. Reporter Aviwe Mtila was on the ground to get a real-time account of how things unfolded.
Yet again, another one has been taken by the residents. Another foreign national we suspect being taken by the residents. He's saying that children have been hurt. In fact, we see two young girls. One is bloody. He's saying that his children have been hurt. They're with their mother. Here, they're crying, little girls. Who's that, man? Mama, what's the going Mama just walks. The lady is walking with her two younger daughters. I would suspect, as well as a teenage boy. The father was escorted in a rough manner by the scruff of his neck, essentially, by some of these people on the ground here, who of course still continue fury in the streets of Germiston as they go house to house. The police are now basically watching on and receiving the foreign nationals, whether documented or undocumented, from the residents of Ekurhuleni here as they're going in, essentially smoking them out. Whether they have young children, whether it is women, whether it's men, there is no barriers or no stop to where they go themselves.
We are Tsongas, we are South African Tsongas, but they started calling my daddy Kwere Kwere because he's Tsonga. At some point, they were taking him to the van to be deported. And I was like, my dad, he's not foreign national, he's a South African. They were like, we don't care, he's Tsonga. So they even went inside our houses, doors are broken. They even took my sister out of a shower while she was showering, naked. So we are saddened because it's also this peaceful march was not peaceful for us South African nationals. It affected our home, our sisters. My sister, she's traumatized now.
So today you guys are chasing out the illegal immigrants. Sharp. But now, why are you guys looting the liquor stores? No, like genuinely, what does doing the march and chasing illegal immigrants have to do with looting the liquor stores? What will you find in the liquor store? So was that the point the whole time, to loot? Because why am I seeing niggas breaking into bottle stores now? What are you gonna find there? Because I can guarantee you illegal immigrants are not hiding in there. You're chasing the wrong places. Why are you there?
So I'm in Marin Ridge, Durban, and behind me is a shop, a spaza shop that was looted. The residents have told us that the looting took place last night and that this shop was run by an Ethiopian national. Now, what is interesting is that this shop was run by an Ethiopian national and was looted last night by some local people. But what is interesting is that if you see behind me, there's also another shop that is just a few meters away from this one that was looted. And this one is run by a local person. So that was not looted. But this shop here, the blue one, was looted by locals.
Actually, last night, as this looting started in Marin Ridge, there were those youngsters who actually started like moving around, chanting Abahambe, Abahambe. And then one of those non-citizens at the square next to Triple M Tavern, there is a tuck shop there of which they first looted. And then they attempt to loot another one of which they failed because the police came and intercepted them. But later on, because things were quiet, we thought everything is quiet. Then we said those guys were patrolling there. They can go and sleep. We'll meet them in the morning around 5 o'clock. Then about 5 o'clock in the morning, then I called Naval Skiff, the PRO of Marinal Community Police Forum, to just drive around and see the situation if any of those tuck shops of these non-citizens were looted. Then after driving around, he gave me a call. He said, hey, things are gone worse. They're gone out of hand here, simply because plus or minus 8 of those non-citizens tuck shops were looted.
The criminal element never sleeps. Things will get much worse before they get much better. And some people will seize this opportunity and take whatever that they can whilst they can. While some people were busy with a peaceful march, some people were busy taking advantage of that march and taking whatever that they can at that time. Because some people started looting there in Mpumalanga and also in KZN. But most of the people whom were busy into looting have been arrested up to so far.
How are you feeling today? What are you doing here today?
Ma'am, we're very angry. I'm supposed to be at work, but I'm not at work. I chose to abscond and come here. Why? I want to send a very clear message. If I come to your house, it's very simple. When you no longer want me, what must I do? I must go. We're asking them nice. You have your millions, you've made your money, you've sold drugs. Go and buy house in Lagos. Buy house in Durban. Don't buy house in Durban, rather. Don't buy house in East London. Don't buy house in Pretoria. Go and buy a house at home. They beat our police. Yesterday here in Sunnyside, I was here. They fought with the police. One of them died. Nigerian died here yesterday, killed by police. To follow that story, was killed here. Why? They are very arrogant against our police. Why they don't use that energy and that arrogance against their government, against their police, that is suppressing them, that is killing them, that is abusing them. ZRP of Zimbabwe, why they don't fight against ZRPF? We never ran. 1964, 1976, 1993, we're here. You see these trees, they're green. Why? Our blood. The blood of our brothers, the blood of our uncles, the blood of our mothers, grandmothers and grandfathers nourish these trees. Today, we are willing to die. 600 million must kill us. Again, they want 600 million. That 600 million must kill us. We are willing to die. The trees are dry. Our blood will nourish these trees. They must go. Very simple. Go home. Want to sort something. All the shops are closed. All the shops are closed. They must go home.
So what's your comment on South Africa, given that it's the only child that has a problem right now in SADC? And how can South Africa resolve their immigration issues? Them chasing out fellow Africans?
Again, you have to look at it and say, who is benefiting from the chaos that's happening right now? It's not about the foreigners taking the jobs that South Africans should be having. No, that's not what it's about. There are more brown envelopes being passed around. The real issue is who is benefiting. The people who are claiming to be leading this conversation, some may know who's funding them. They have a budget. They're traveling all over South Africa. Follow the money. Who is funding them? These are poor young people.
You are again blaming the whites.
I'm not blaming the whites. I said, who is funding them? Money has no color. Follow the money. And you'll get to the bottom of who is benefiting from the chaos in South Africa. I do not know. What I do know is somebody is funding these young people. These young people, some of them are not even employed.
Yeah, for sure.
So where's the money coming from? Yeah. They're traveling all over South Africa. Come on, don't be stupid. Are you with me? Who is funding them? Follow the money. And you'll know who is benefiting from the chaos. I'm not talking about color.
The former President Zuma, I think when you were the ambassador,
yeah,
Zuma was still the president of South Africa.
Yes.
He spoke out recently.
To say what? I did not hear that.
He's saying in Zulu, whose country is this one? And he was saying that we don't need foreigners because he spoke out at his party, the rally part for his party. Yes. Where he was saying that this country belongs to South Africans, not every African.
I did not hear that speech. I'll have to look it up. I have to look it up. But what I can say is we need to figure out who is ultimately benefiting from the chaos in South Africa. And once we know who that is, because they have a tendency to give us a shiny object, and we run after the shiny object when the real issue is in the opposite direction. I want to know who is funding those young people.
No one in the street. No one. Everybody's gone. All my domestic workers. My friends is gone. They say good morning to me in the morning. No one is here. I'm just come out to come greet him. No one is in the street. No one. See there.
Like it or not, the government of South Africa will have to listen to the people of South Africa and do what we request. So, JACINTA Mangobese Zuma, the leader of March and March, has confirmed that starting from now, March and March will be every Thursday. It means that the government every Thursday, they must have another 600 million rand. It means budget for a month should be 2.4 billion rand. Will the government have that money? We don't know. So, but looking at the way March and March today went, it was so successful, guys. And we also appreciate those people who were behaving, because people must not be violent. Let it be a peaceful march. So, let's talk in the comment section, Guti. Do you think Guti government will have that 2.4 billion rand for every Thursday? And also, she also said, Guti, any political party that did not support this March and March movement, namely ANC, EFF, DA, PA, PAC, VF Plus, etc. It means that we are not going to vote for them for November 2026. So let's talk in the comment section. What do we think about this?
Since hey, 6 months, it's all regular, right? But you might pay and pay. Ngithi kulo 6 months njenge-March and March sesimemenzela into entsha sha ezodinga uhulumeni ukuthi uhlale undawo shame 600 million. Guys, from now on eSouth Africa yonke, for as long bengakahambi, every Thursday siyamasha. Yakuzwa uthini? Umusho ukuthi ngolesine ozayo siyamasha. Ngolesine ozayo siyamasha. Nanga omunye futhi ulesine. Oza kuphele ngolo lesine. Ngoba simile ekuthenini abahambe. So we hope ukuthi uhulumeni unayo ibudget yomunye 600 million. Ngoba for as long as sisahlala ney'ndawo enje like dayiswa khona if ungakazi ube la epoint ama-drugs adayiswa emini kabhala la.
Today is a really sad day to be a South African. What's going on in South Africa today and these marches that are taking place and what's been going on in the past few weeks with regards to foreigners being in South Africa is just, it's really made me really sad and really heartsore to be a South African and to know that there are other South Africans in our country that are treating people so badly and discriminating against them because they come from other countries. And I think this sits with me and resonates with me because I'm a South African and I'm living in Zambia. And I'm here with my husband and my child. And yes, we came to Zambia with the purpose to work as South Africans. And yes, we have all the legal documentation and we are here legally and can be living in this country legally. But we are still South Africans in another African country. It's not our country. And we've lived in Malawi, we've lived in Mozambique, and we are now living in Zambia. And every time we've lived in a different country, we've been provided the right documentation to be in that country. And I think there are so many foreigners, obviously, in South Africa that are there legally and have the right to be there to work. And there are also the people there that are illegal. And I think, there are people that are there illegally, unfortunately, that our South African system has failed them to provide them with the documents that show that they can be legal and that they have work permits and they can be living in the country. And that's not on them, that's on our country and our governments and our systems. And the reason that we've been living in Malawi and Mozambique and Zambia is because we've also come here for a better life or to make money or to have a job. And, there's not Zambians turning around or pointing their fingers at us, saying that we're stealing their jobs and we need to get out of their country and go back home. You know, I've never felt that sort of fear or been discriminated like that in Zambia, in Malawi, or in Mozambique. I always felt welcome in these African countries. So why is South Africa so different? Why is South Africa so different? Why can't we embrace these foreigners and take them in as our own? Because they are African. They come from all African countries. And whether they are there legally or illegally, they are trying to provide for their families and to find a better life for themselves. And I just think that my main point is it's just disgusting how other South Africans can treat our African brothers and sisters from all over different countries and discriminate against them and accuse them of taking their jobs and stealing their jobs and, you know, forcing them to go back to their own country. Majority of these foreigners that have been in South Africa have been there for years, over 10 years, over 20 years. They are basically South African. They've had children there. Their wife or their husband is South African. And I just think to myself how all of these families are going to have to be split. They're going back to Zimbabwe. They're going back to Mozambique. They're going back to Malawi. And just out of fear of South Africans just not being human, not being kind, discriminating against others. I just think how, this whole xenophobia thing is just, it's really disgusting, and it really just resonates with me with regards to just being kind and being a good person. And the way that these people, these foreigners are being treated and just to be sent back home in fear of their lives, like literally put on buses and just to go back home. And I just put myself in their shoes and imagine someone came to me and ripped that away from me and said, I need to go back to South Africa and start a life there. And how hard that would be for me and my family. And I just think that there's space. This world is big enough. Countries are big enough. There's enough jobs for everyone. If you really wanted a job, you would find one. And stop blaming foreigners for not finding a job. If you put yourself out there and you actually wanted a job and wanted to provide for your family, you would find a job. So stop treating foreigners like this and be kind, be a human, be an African.
So listen, this thing is not going to stop. This thing is not going to stop. Listen, it is not going to stop now. Because so far as they have given that deadline, and now Jacinta says every Thursday they are going to do this, I bet you people are going to take advantage and be looting people's shops, beating up people, or probably doing things that they are not supposed to do. So if you're a foreigner and you are in South Africa, listen, it's better you leave if you can. If you can't too, just be in your house. Even I learned they are even coming to people's homes and dragging them out and handing them over to the police and all that. I don't know how they even identify, or they can even identify that that person is illegal or whatever. I don't know. Things are just going on right now and it's just crazy. Be careful out there if you are an African in South Africa right now, because Charlie, it is not nice. It is not looking nice at all. I just wish the government can do more to protect foreigners. Honestly, I just wish the government can do more to protect foreigners and their businesses, because the way these things are going, the way these things are like, just people are just doing whatever they like. It's like a lawless country. It's like a lawless country. No one is doing anything to anybody and they are just doing their thing. It's just sad and it's just crazy. The government should really wake up, because Charlie, all these money that they said over 600 million rands or something that they are spending, I think there should be some good things that we are seeing with that money. Although it is not my money, it is their own taxpayers' money, but I learned that's the money they are spending, and I think they should do something to protect the foreigners at least. Thank you so much for watching.